Blakk Rasta Ebisa say has Obrafour and Manche Ayikwe seen $10 million US before. Now Kasa edify the ongoing lawsuit between Obrafour and Drake on whom the whole topic from a different perspective. Now or release some secret info between Obrafour and Manche Ayikwe Achese abe developing into a bit of misunderstanding between who actually owns the right to the Killer Cat sounder. Obrafour AUZ Achese a day lawsuit we aba momenko tie Chese Blakk Rasta side of narration on this particular topic near Kaimu say Vimba so ena uwe.
Now what is the problem? Why is it that we cannot come together to share the booty? Why is it that every time something good is coming to us, we always find a way of fighting each other? This does not mean I am blaming Manche nor blaming Obrafour. Now hear me now. It looks like Obrafour is in a bad light. Aisha Modi has come out again to say, Obrafour, pay me all the money I spent on your album before suing Drake. Manche is also on record to have said only yesterday via tweets that all 20 years that Obrafour used his vocals, there was no day Obrafour ever said, listen, I acknowledge the fact that this vocal that you gave to me has made the song a better song. For that matter, I have murmured some 100 CDs to you. My brother thinks I had, but 100 CDs is just a token which will become better as we grow together. I'm sure if Obrafour had done this in the past, Manche would have told himself that, hey, obia onya kakra obema wono, onya bebre nsoa obema obi. But in this industry, we are so greedy. We are wicked. That is why the people of Ghana do not even respect creativity. 10 million. Let's say Drake even decides that, hey, listen, man, let's take it from out of court. I'll give you people 2 million. How many times have you heard a Ghanaian musician count 2 million American dollars? All the life of Obrafour, has he seen 10 million before? All the life of Manche, has he seen 10 million before? All the life of Tiny, has he seen 10 million American dollars before? In an industry that is so demonized, in an industry that has no iota of respect for creativity. Are you crazy? Now there is an opportunity, my brother, my sister, for us to share 10 million American dollars. And all of a sudden the bickering has started. Now I have information, my brother, my sister, and this information is very simple. They have tried to sit down in the past since Drake sampled the Killer Cat vocal. They have been meeting, but Manche has decided that he would not agree to the terms that Obrafour and the rest want to give to him. Now we are a nation that does not respect poetry. When you talk in a song, they see you as just talking gibberish. I remember when I made Barack Obama, many were those who sat back and said, but he's not even singing. He's talking as if singing is everything. Now today, the whole Obrafour song, the only thing that makes sense to Drake to want to use for the first time in the music of this country is the Killer Cat vocal, that little bit. We have no respect for vocals. We have respect for people who sing. We have respect for people who play the beats, but we have no respect for those who talk. Now Manche probably sat back all these years, having made all these intros for Hammer. He's never benefited anything. All of a sudden, the big jackpot has landed, and for him to get some honey to lick, some greedy beings want to take everything. My brother, my sister, listen, man, I have so much respect for Obrafour. I thought that this could have been done without even going to court. They could have. After all, Drake tried to speak with Obrafour. What wouldn't it have been good to call back Drake and say, oh, listen, man, we saw your email. Unfortunately, we couldn't talk, but we just realized that you sampled it. Could we sit down and talk about it? I'm coming with my team, blah, 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 blah. This could have even opened the doors to other collaborations with Drake. I'm going to finalize this because Eric Mawina, Eric Geta is here. Listen, man, hip life as a genre, how did it even start? Hip life as a genre started by sampling. Heavy sampling. 99% of all the early hip life songs that came out, including those that Reggie Rockstone brought to us, were all sampled from American artists and rappers and some other African songs. Today, if all those Americans want to come back and say, okay, this artist will sample this from me, say, 100% sample. The only difference is the language. Root Eye sampled Fresh. Which artist in Ghana doesn't sample? How many Ghanaian artists have paid money for sampling American music? And now that Afrobeats has put African music on top of the map, I am so scared and so afraid that if the Americans want to retaliate, we will have to sell the whole of Ghana and we will never be able to pay the copyright to Obrafour. In fact, I would say that you guys could have handled this better. And for Manche, I do not blame you. I thought that you guys were supposed to sit down today and finalize everything. But maybe he thought that he was getting a certain raw deal. And for that matter, he had to bring some respect to a spoken word. We will watch and see how this one is going to unfold. In the interim, I want to say thank you so much.
So that was Blakk Rasta's side of narration on from a different perspective. So on any for comment box name for the meantime, to those who don't know the actual story that is ongoing between Obrafour and then Drake, no moment share this video near Kyle say Vimba so and that's it. Obrafour is suing Drake for $10 million damages for copywriting his song. Now Drake AUZ part of the line of Oyohene and India Obrafour nyom I will release it some time back. Now no Obrafour say on penny MRH say or then a court USC. Now report nature say Drake management draw permission through email Edema Obrafour say on permitti senebe be use some line in his song. Now Obrafour in film MHS almost sign so a follow up Obrafour ignored them. Now of course any intellectual property one reply you have to wait until he does so, that is approve or turn you down. Send a bear now so Drake moon so then releasing now I know an Obrafour tactically a 10-year match and you accumulate a bit of stream and or the lawsuit a bomb say up $10 million. Now Mumenko TA reports as filed by My Joy Online. Title nini Obrafour sues Drake for $10 million after rapper sampled Oyohene without consent. Legendary Ghanaian rapper Obrafour is suing popular Canadian rapper Drake for sampling his 2003 remix of Oyohene on his song Calling My Name off the Honestly Nevermind album. In the document presented to a court in New York, Obrafour stated that Drake infringed on his copyright when he sampled his song without permission. Defendants released the infringing work on June 17, 2022, despite the fact that an agent of one or more defendants had previously contacted Obrafour seeking to obtain Obrafour's permission for the use of the copyrighted work in the infringing work. Obrafour never granted defendants permission to use the copyrighted work, and the infringing work was released mere days later, part of the document. The Ghanaian rapper indicated that Drake and other defendants, following the release of Calling My Name, has greatly benefited from his work. To date, over the mere 304 days that have elapsed since the infringing work was released, the infringing work has already been streamed over 4.1 million times on YouTube, streamed over 47 million times on Spotify, and streamed tens of millions of times on Apple Music. In addition to generating enormous sums of global streams and sales across enormous platforms, the infringing work has also been exploited by the defendant via other means, including live performance. Among others, Obrafour is seeking damages in an amount not less than $10 million. He is also seeking an injunction requiring the defendants and their agents, employees, officers, attorneys, successors, licensees, partners, and assigns, and all persons acting in concert or participation with each or any one of them to cease directly and indirectly infringing and causing, enabling, facilitating, encouraging, promoting, inducing, and or participating in the infringement of any of Obrafour's rights protected by the Copyright Act. Meanwhile, other defendants in the suit include writers, producers, performers, record labels, entertainment companies, publishers, managers, administrators, and or distributors of the infringing right. In June 2022, Canadian rapper Drake surprised his fans with Honestly Nevermind, but for Ghanaians it was a double surprise. On track 6, Calling My Name, Drake sampled a beloved popular song from one of Ghana's best musicians alive, Obrafour. The sample is found at 0.53 seconds of Drake tune, where it transitions into a house music vibe, sending the song into a different type of ambience compared to its initial trajectory. Killer Cat is the chant heard multiple times. That part was by Manche Ayikwe as an opener to the late 2003 remix of Oyohene of the Intetepa album. In the report nature say June 2022 and say Drake release the album of the album no and enyumbi was so your friend of Calling My Name. Now Calling My Name no idea enyumbi a free Drake album Honestly Nevermind album. Now no oko 53 seconds of the song ubeti say chese na oka tembi a Killer Cat no sampler chese Drake efa edi free Obrafour enyuma oye ohene of the Intetepa album enyumbi release 2003. In short no Obrafour demanded $10 million. Now a lot of people will say $10 million dorsum. Ebinum so be say, you know, why don't he let go? But in music and in creative art, different, especially in developed countries like Canada and America. Drake is a very big musician, I just say. We're benefiting millions of dollars from that song. Now it doesn't matter whether the term is seconds or a minute. Once webisa permission nipa na permit you have no right to use it. Na sisi ene uka say there it's a case no New York. Yebe Fred Drake lawyers and those in charge of the copyright infringement. Na say omatnasi akasa say agreement bad they will proceed to court, but definitely say agreement bar they would have to settle Obrafour in cash and nothing more, and then also stop infringing on his right or reach an agreement say every year, and I say they will give you they will just buy you off the copyright thing. Now see I know can say there just say Obrafour any Japan if the suit is to go through positively for him. When I update I free the camp of Obrafour and a Drake. It has got a lot of people talking on social media. For I don't share for comment box name MIM. Are you in support of Obrafour, or you think say he's taking this whole thing too far? Near Kaimu say Vimba so and our way. Yada CP.
Vimbaz TV.